Hi, Veer. Hi, Sunidhi.
Hello, miss.
Can you turn your videos on, please? Hi. Veer, did you watch this class last week? Because we have to complete the lettering for the Easter bunnies.
No, ma'am. I'll do that today. I didn't know. Sorry.
Okay. No, never mind. So today we are doing just the lettering bit. You can do the lettering bit and then do the drawing afterwards and draw the letters on top of this next week after you see the video. All right. Okay, let me just set this up. Okay, so last week we had made this. So you do a bunny and some Easter eggs, and then we drew this um, banner around the bunny's head, and we have to now write Happy Easter on this. So what we'll do is we are going to recreate this on the next page and draw some letter styles over here and then see how we can fit them in. So even if it's not exact, it's fine. Whenever you have a particular shape that you want to write letters in, I'll show you how you can measure that and write the letters properly so that they're well centered and well balanced. So let's say, for example, now my banner is like this. I'll also show you how to draw this banner. It rolls twice and then there are ribbon ends. So this is how you do it. You make a very gentle curve like this, two parallel lines, and then I have another set of parallel lines like this. So on any one side of every parallel line, you will have the end of the banner, which you will create like this. So you will join this and then make a forked end and then join the other side as well. But remember, if this is going to be a continuous banner, this side will come down here. So you can draw a line like this, which goes towards this end, complete this line, and have this go up as if it's going to the top. So you should be able to visualize these shapes. And then as you come to the right, again you will draw the end And draw, imagine this parallel line from somewhere here, which exits out like this, and you draw a fork tail. Okay, Ruth is also joining us. Hi, Ruth.
Good evening, teacher.
Good evening. Okay, we are doing the lettering today for the Happy Easter banner. So what we've done is we have recreated this banner here, and we're going to draw some lettering styles which we will practice on this banner, and then we will draw it on our final letter or banner. Okay. All right. So can you quickly make this shape? Okay, now what are your favorite styles of lettering? This is a good opportunity to work on those. I like one in which I make like a block letter. So I will write HAPPY, and then I will draw an outline around those letters. H, A, P, P. And you should leave some gap between the basic letter form. Okay, then what are the other styles? So let's try writing Easter with the serif font. Serif font is like this. You write extra lines on either side. So this is called a serif. Normally you can just write an E like this, right? But when you add these extra shapes, they're called a serif. Then you can make something like bubble letters. So again, you can write the basic letter form, spread it out a little bit so that when you make the bubble, it does not clash. And go around the shape like this. Hi, Alia. Okay, we're doing some lettering styles with which we are going to write the Happy Easter on the banner. Were you present in class last week when we did this?
Uh, no, ma'am. I was not there.
All
But
right.
I did it with the recording.
All right. If you've done it with the recording, that's very good. So now we are just repeating this shape somewhat. And then we will write these letters over here. So we'll practice this. And then we will go to the final artwork and write over here. Okay.
Okay.
So far we've done these three styles. I'm going to show you one more, which is called vintage letters. So in vintage letters, you can do something like this, where you can make something like this, but you can also put in a little wedge. This is called a wedge. And you can put this wedge on all the serifs also. So it's like a little advanced version of the serif letters. These are wedge serifs. So this little wedge is merely a decoration. It serves no other purpose but to make the letters look interesting and differentiated from other letters. And these wedges were originally a part of Roman letters, where in order to write the letters, they would have to make this wedge because these, when they etched the letters in stone or marble, they had to create a wedge shape like so. So we'll call them wedged serif. So it's like a diamond shape over here, and here it's half a diamond shape in most places. Diamond here, diamond here. Do you know what a wedge is? Any shape that is like this. This is a wedge. And a wedge is something they would put inside when they cut a log. You must have seen that. So if ever you are cutting wood.
Ma'am, we
Yeah,
actually learned about this in school. Like they used like wedges and these like these slanted objects to this lift blocks for pyramids.
exactly. Yeah.
Ma'am,
So
when we
wedge,
were doing human sketches, the time you had told us that whenever we're drawing the feet of the people, we usually do the base for a wedge.
yes, very true. That's a wedge. Very good. I'm glad you remember this. Now the wedge is also something that they put in when they're chopping wood, and say you chop a piece like this. And then you wait for a little while. Sometimes the wood can come back together. So they would just wedge it. And sometimes they would also hammer the wedge. And as the width increases, it keeps spreading the wood apart and it would just crack it at the top. So it's a very interesting tool, this wedge. All right. Now I'll show you vintage letters. So for vintage letters, you remember those chicken feet letters that we had done? We've done it several times. Now let's see if we can remember it again. So I'm making happy like that, H. The shape of H will be like this. And chicken feet on the ends. So, Sunidhi and Veer, I think you might be new to these letters. We keep doing these letters often. This is called a skeletal letter form. This is not the final letter. But what you do is you take the normal structure of the letter, modify that a little bit, and give yourself some additional shapes. So just observe this. I'm going to show you how this works. On the ends, I'm putting these shapes that look like chicken feet, right? So what I'll do now is I'll make a line that goes around these. And on the sides, I'm going to make a wedge. Now, because this is a very small letter, I'm going to just make a 2-point shape. And create a nice vintage letter. So this is also a serif, but it's a little more decorative. And here it's going to be a triangle like that. A triangle, triangle. Make a nice curve going outward. And then wherever there's this round shape, you put a little horizontal line so that you can put a diamond wedge there. And also here at the joint. Okay, Sunidhi, are you getting this? Now remember, your letters should all have a baseline and a letter height so that you keep everything at the same height, same size, and also on a similar baseline. Now, what do you do when you have to write it on a curved line like this? So in that case, you make a baseline like this. It follows the curve. Now, inside this, we will write Easter in this form. So wherever your letter is going to come, this is the baseline. And this is the capital height. Ideally, you should write all letters on curves or title on a curved line. in capitals. Now remember, the baseline is very important, and you should align your letters such that they sit perpendicular on the baseline. Do you know what perpendicular is? Yeah, anyone? Okay, Ruth doesn't know what is perpendicular.
A 90 degree.
At a 90-degree angle to 0 degree.
Correct. So a perpendicular line is a line when you've drawn. So this is your baseline, and you have something that sits absolutely straight. That is perpendicular. So it is not leaning at any point, leaning this way or leaning that way. This is perpendicular. And this is said to be 90 degrees. All right. Now, when we write a curved letters on a curved line, often we get confused about how our letters should stay. So suppose if I write my name, and if I lean all my letters towards the first letter, oh, this is all sitting properly. And then the next letter, suppose I continue to write, this is bound to happen because you think that they should align to the first letter. But instead of this, what should happen is at every point, each letter should align perpendicular, should sit straight wherever it is. So over here now the line becomes horizontal slightly. So my D will sit like this. Here it goes up. So I will sit like that. T will sit like that. And this I will tilt outward a little bit. Do you see it? So at every point, you should check that on the baseline, the letter is sitting straight. So I will write E-A-S-T-E-R. So I'll write over here, E will sit here. E, A, S, T, E, R. So R will tilt a little to that side. S and T is tilting a little towards to this side. Can you see it? And now here, if we want, we can just write a simple letter like this. All right, now do you want to try writing over here on the banner? Now we'll have to make a baseline along the edge of the banner and a capital height. Both of these will be a little inside. And suppose you want the letter to be center aligned. That means there's equal space from both sides. Then in that case, what you do is count the number of letters you have and start making space from them from the center. So we can write P on this line. A and H on this line, and P and Y on this line. Got it? That way, if you write from the left to the right, then sometimes you have too little space on the right or too much space on the right. And you can write a skeletal letter form of any style you want, and then make it final. The other way you can do it is, now we have Easter has got 6 letters. So again, you start from the center. But this time, you will write in the boxes. So you made this line in the center, and you make 3 lines on the left and 3 lines on the right. So you can write the letters inside the box. So it's the same technique, but for odd letters, you write on the line, and for even letters, you write between the 2 lines. But the important thing is that you should measure and then write. Now, once this is done, you can decide on whatever style you want. Remember to adjust your letters so that you don't leave extra gaps. I've had too much gap between my P and P. So I brought my P closer, and I'm bringing my Y closer still. Now, Easter, if we want to write this, I'm just going to show you how to write an E. For the rest, you can write. For E, make a shape like that. Make the wedge, the curl on the right, and then make this. And then a shape like that. So you don't write a flat E. A, you know how to write. For S also, you just write, you make that chicken foot on the edges and a diamond shape here. For T as well, curve the line on top. And for R, same thing like we did for. So this might be a little complicated if you think it's not, it's a little complex for you all. Don't do it. You can change the lettering.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yeah.
Can you put the camera towards the banner?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Shall we put this on the main picture now? No?
Ma'am,
Yeah?
so after class I should draw the bunny and then put the um lettering, right?
Ideally, yes. But for
Okay,
now, these, you can try painting the banner. So you can make another just banner,
okay,
paint it in these colors. So we've just made 2 layers of a pink. You can choose whichever color you want. Make
yeah,
one layer wash first on one on the banner, and then only in the sections which are behind, make
hmm.
a second layer, and then write the letters.
Yeah, okay,
At least
got
you
it.
get that practice.
Yeah, got it.
All right. So now remember how this is done and draw very lightly. Keep an eraser handy. So Veer, in the final picture, remember not to make the letters before painting, because once you make the paint, it seals in the pencil work, and then you're not able to then erase. Use a soft pencil and draw very lightly. So now what I do is I try to minimize the amount of lines that I've drawn. So I won't even draw so many lines. I will draw a dot. This is my P. This is in the center. P, center of A, H, P, and Y. So I'm going to try to not erase at all. We have H, A, B, B, Y. Okay, just give me a minute. Huh? Okay, sorry about that. Okay, now here we have to write Easter. So this is how I'm going to find the space that's in the middle. And then I'm going to make a dot here, 3 dots on this side, 3 dots on this side. So you have to be very careful you should have a good eye to see where you've drawn the dots. Okay? So the less dots you make or lines you make, the less you have to erase. Try to avoid erasing altogether if you can. And you can keep the lettering very simple.
Ma'am, I should paint before doing the lettering, yes?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm going to use ultramarine blue to paint the letters.
Ma'am, I finished painting the uh, I forgot what it's called, but I finished painting.
Ma'am, you're on mute.
Oh, I'm so sorry. So I've been telling you all these things and you've not heard anything. Oh, damn it. So what did you hear? How I made the letters? Did you hear that?
No, ma'am.
Oh no. Okay. So what I was telling you was keep the letters simple. Don't make them too complicated. Because whenever you have a difficult shape in which you have to fill letters, it's it's better to keep the letters simple. And for the leaves, I said I mixed green with blue so that because these letters are written in blue, the green does not compete with that letter. So whatever colors you choose, you should choose them very carefully. And you should try to look at whether those colors make sense together and modify them, make new shades. And now what we can do is make a mix of brown with blue. So it becomes a deeper brown color like that. See, I've just added ultramarine blue. You can add cobalt blue. And with a very fine brush, see if you can do this. It's not compulsory, but you can make all the dark outline with this. And you can also make a few lines of pearl. And then a little paw like that. Like this. And then you can use the same color to make an outline on the eggs if you want. But if your hand is not steady, then you can also use a color pencil. And remember to rotate the book so that you come to the most comfortable angle to draw the outline. So outlines don't always have to be made in black. A number of dark colors can be used. And if you have some soft colors in your artwork, then it's a good idea to use browns or blues as the outline. That soft shade will make your pictures look very cute. And black can sometimes be very overwhelming. How's it going, kids? All good?
Mom,
Yes.
so I was like the bunny that you've drawn, I wasn't really able to do it. So I painted the banner that I drew in the fonts page.
All right. Okay. Not a problem. Ruth, are you done? No? Why are you painting your nails then? Are you waiting for something to dry?
No.
No, I thought you were painting your nails. Suniti, how are you doing? All well? Cute. So tell me something. Do you have a drawing book, Suniti?
Yes, miss.
Okay, I can't hear you.
Yes.
Okay, so try to use a drawing book and a good uh, drawing paper. Then your paper doesn't fold. All right? Okay.
Miss, last time I had drawn my Easter bunny in this, so I continued.
Sorry, what was that? I couldn't hear you.
Miss, last time I drew my Easter bunny on the sheet, so I continued on the sheet.
Okay, okay. Next time will you draw on in the book? Okay. All right. What should we do next week? Any thoughts? What are you all studying in school? Do you have any interesting topic in school that you think we could convert into an infographic?
School just ended.
I but maybe you could do something. Actually, yeah, how would you know what you're doing next year? Never mind. Anything that you can remember from last year of school? Because I know after I gave my exams, I would just forget everything that I studied.
Can we try some kind of animal?
Animal? All right. Yes, we could try some kind of animal. What animal should we try? So look, we have things, if we were to categorize, we have furry animals, which we've just done, a bunny. We can do something like horses or goats or tigers and lions, those kind of wild animals. They're called, remember what they're called? Charismatic megafauna. Do you remember doing this? Charismatic megafauna? All right, let me try. Let's do that. Anything, any animal that is really big and impressive is called charismatic megafauna. So we could do, should we make a tiger or something next week? Okay. If you think of anything else, and even a more exotic animal, just put it on the group and then we can do that one. Okay?
Ma'am,
Yeah.
how about the emu?
The emu. All right. The emu is very interesting. Okay, let's try an emu.
Or the bird kiwi?
Kiwi. Kiwis are very cute as well. Yeah. Okay. All right. So tiger, emu, or kiwi. We can try that. Do you all want me to have a look at your Happy Easter posters? Ruth, how's yours? Can I have a look, please? Okay, very nice. Okay, good. So Nidhi, next time, remember to make your drawing a little in the center of the page and not too much in the edge. So that way you have space on all sides. Okay, so usually when I'm giving instructions, I will tell you that this is how I'm looking at the picture. So this is where we begin. Like in this case, we had made a rough sketch first. So making a rough sketch is very important so that you can visualize an imaginary line on the blank paper and you can adjust where you're going to place your drawing. All right. So next time we'll try and do that. So it's turned out very good. Please share your pictures on the group so I can have a closer look also. Okay. All right. So I shall see you next week. Okay. Bye.
Teacher, thank you. Bye.